Hi, this is Lisa from Low Cooking Rubber Stamp. That's a start with 4 brand new background stamps in 2020, and I have already finished a lot of a new combo design, and they are coming soon. So stay tuned. Today we are going to use Lisa stamp, and I'm going to show you how to make an awesome background with the Lisa stamp and with the Low Cooking brand new product, the Magic Mushroom. And then the next tutorial, we are going to use these new background stamp to create the ocean wave. So let's start it. Okay, so we are going to use this brand new background stamp. It's called Jungle Leaves to create those two beautiful cards. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to use our magic mushroom to color the background. The material list, we are going to have a Misty. If you have it, that's good. If you don't have it, please check our other tutorial. We have a tutorial to show you how to create your own stamp positioner. It only costs you $1, but it works exactly the same. And if you have the budget for the stamp positioner, I will highly recommend you to purchase one because it does help. Low Cooking's Magic Mushroom and the Sun Impact, a nice black color impact, and we are going to use this die cut for the happy birthday, and we are going to use a stamp set that called You Look at Me stamp set and the matching die set. So at this moment we have a 25% off for all the regular price. So it's a good time to place an order. And our first show of the year will be the Mesa show. Mesa, Arizona is a rubber stamp event. And please check our website for a show schedule. The following show will be Orlando, and there will be Allentown. So make sure you check our show schedule, and hoping to see you there. Okay, so I already pre-stamped this image with StazOn, and you can find out my image is very solid and very crispy clear because I used the stamp positioner to help me to get a nice clean image. So I stamp like 2-3 times, make sure I have a very sharp clear image, and then let it wait until it's completely dry before I apply the color on top. So if you don't have a stamp positioner, just try to make a little bit moisture impact and make sure you get a nice image. The more clear, the better. The darker, rich color is it will make your job much better, your artwork showing much better. I use this VersaFine black impact for my foundation color, which is black. And in my other tutorial, I'm going to show you we are going to use a different way to use these brand new background stamp. The same stamp, and they are going to look exactly totally different kind of looking. So make sure you subscribe our YouTube channel. You don't want to miss any other awesome great tutorial. So I use this VersaFine, or you can use StazOn or any water resist impact, because we are going to blend the color on top. So make sure the color is completely dry before you apply any other color on top. Otherwise, when it is like a regular impact, when you apply the color on top, the black will smear. So for the background stamp, I always rubbing my background stamp. Make sure everywhere is nicely ink. Rubbing everywhere, and then gently tap. So rub, tap is how you ink your background stamp. If you don't have stamp positioner, so this is what you can do. You can just place a piece of cardstock on top. I'm going to do a comparison to show you with the stamp positioner or without the stamp positioner what to look like. And then the cardstock I use is coated matte cardstock. You can use a regular cardstock, it will work, but I like to use a good quality cardstock. So instead of I stamp on top of stamp on top of the paper, I put the paper on top of the stamp. So that way I just make sure I rub all the back of the cardstock, so that way I probably can get a very nice image. I put a little bit glue on top before I use this, so just make sure nicely rubbing the back of the stamp, and let's see what it look like. So this is if you don't have stamp positioner, this way Well, it's pretty good already, but we can still see some white spot here. So now I'm going to use the impact and the stamp positioner. I'm going to stamp 2 times. So first, you're going to rub and tap, and you're going to just kind of stamp on the top of your cardstock, rub the back. Okay. Oh, see, I missed one spot, right? Because I'm using the stamp positioner, I don't have to worry about it. I'm actually putting my cardstock back, rubbing and tapping. Okay, and this corner was missing. So let's see. That's much better. See, very nice, crispy, clear image. Okay, now we are going to make sure these. Let's do the compare. On the left side is the one I stamped 1 time. On the right side is the one I stamped 2 times with the stamp positioner. It's not like a big difference, but if you're picky like me, you probably want to have like a perfect stamp image. Okay, so this is a brand new product for 2020. It's the Magic Mushroom. It's a wonderful blending tool. On the top, you can see the colors is so colorful. They are brand new. I haven't used it. And on the bottom one is the one I have been using for a lot. So the color change, but it's not going to affect when you're applying the new color. I'm going to show you how to taking care of your Magic Mushroom. So those are Magic Mushroom. They come with a box like this, and they come with 10 Magic Mushroom, and each Magic Mushroom comes with a storage unit. Okay, so you will get the 10 mushrooms, 10 storage units for only $39.99. And don't forget that in the end of this tutorial, we're going to give you 25% coupon code, so you can purchase this set of a Magic Mushroom. Instead of $39.99, you're only paying $29.99 plus shipping. The acrylic holding base, they are not part of this price, so you can order separately. We do have 2 holding bases. They are $12.99. Like I say, you can use your coupon code. You will get 20% off. So we're going to put these brand new mushrooms away, and I'm going to use this one. So try to use the yellow for the yellow, orange for the orange, red for the red, purple for the purple. Even sometimes you accidentally mix up the color, but they are still okay. You can reuse them, and they will not ruining your mushroom. Just one thing you have to remember: don't wash your mushroom. I'm going to show you in this tutorial how to clean your Magic Mushroom. So we are going to start it. I made 2 cards. On the left side, I actually use a watercolor paper. On the right side, I use a cold matte cardstock. And you won't believe it, each background, it probably only cost me 10 seconds to color the background. And I'm going to show you how. So let's start with the green one. So the green one, you will have to use a dye-based impact. Don't try to use a pigment, especially on the coated matte cardstock. The pigment, they don't really absorb the ink. You want to use a dye base. Dye base, there's a lot of different kind of dye base. Any dye base impact will work just fine. So I use this Zucchinico's Kaleidus color because they have 6 colors, and I really like it. And I am going to just add a little bit ultramarine blue. Okay, so let's start with the green mushroom. So you can see this mushroom, I have been using a lot. And then when you apply a little bit color on the scrap paper, you see there's some colors still setting on your mushroom. So before we use it, we have to make sure there's no color on the mushroom. So this is how you're going to clean it. You're going to use a wet cloth, and then you're going to just squeeze the used dirty mushroom. Just squeeze. Don't try to rub it. Try to squeeze. It's very easy to clean. After you squeeze it, you are going to use a napkin or paper towel or a dry towel kind of just absorb that moisture away from your magic mushroom. On your Kleenex wet towel, it's going to show a little bit green. Okay, so doesn't matter, that's okay. Remember, see, when you apply on the scrap paper, your magic mushroom is clean. So when your magic mushroom is clean, they are ready for the light color. So you got to make sure that your magic mushroom, when you brush on your scrap paper, there is no color. Okay, so that's started. We are going to rub the color directly on this stamp image and make sure your black color has to be completely dry. If it's not dry, when you rub the color, they will blend in together, it will smear, it's going to look very ugly. And on your mushroom, maybe you're going to pick up the permanent impact. So make sure, permanent color, so make sure it's completely dry. Always start with the lighter color first. If it's not enough, we can always add more. So the first color is kind of like a lime green, right? You're going to use your mushroom, just brush the lightest color. Okay, just a few times. And then you kind of just rubbing different spot. And then you're going to use the second color. From light to dark, you don't have to worry about the clean your magic mushroom. They will pick up the darker color. So always start from the light to the dark. So that way you will get those pretty color. If you start from the dark color, your mushroom is already have a dark color on top. No matter how many light color you added on, it's not going to show. So make sure always from the light to the dark. Like you cook, you always add a little bit salt first. If it's not enough, you add more. You don't add a lot because once it becomes too salty, you can't do anything, right? Well, you can add water, but it's just like you can clean your mushroom and then come back again. So that's to save the time. So we start light color, medium color, and you kind of just change the spot. See how pretty. And then actually you can actually draw in a little circle. They will blending the color directly on top. Okay, and then I am going to use my blue magic mushroom. Testing it is a little bit blue, but because my blue is kind of like a dark blue, I don't have to worry about cleaning my mushroom. When you want to have a very clean mushroom is only when you want to apply a very light color. So always brush the mushroom instead of tapping. Brushing, you pick up better color. Tapping, you don't get even color. And I just kind of blending a little bit blue this corner, and you will find out when they're blending it, the color, the green and the blue, they're really blending together. And see how pretty it is. And then I just cut my giraffe and I put the happy birthday on top, and I put the other piece of white giraffe to make like a shadow. Show you if yeah. So this is just a piece of cardstock. I cut it without the stamp image, and I kind of just put in the back, try to make my draft is really separate, give a little bit shadow. So it's a good thing. See how easy is that, right? And then you'll just mount on the color cards that do some layering, and that's a beautiful happy birthday card. We're going to move to the next one. Next one, we are going to give it a little bit red. So I have my impact here already. You don't have to have exactly the same impact. Use this one because they have 5 colors. And we probably going to add a little bit green too. So we are going to pick up my orange mushroom and then testing it. I used it last time, but it looks pretty clean, so I don't have to worry about to use my light color. Use kind of side way, front way. Brush your orange first and then change the spot. Okay, not enough. We add more. Okay, now is a good time to explain what's happening. So this mushroom is I kind of feel is a little bit like a hard to blending, on my cardstock. Usually if they have enough moisture, you can feel the foam. Like the green one, I feel like nice and soft. The orange one, I kind of feel a little bit harder. When it's become hard, they don't really blend well. That's why when you don't use it, try to put them in that storage, so that will keep them the moisture. They won't like become hard, like a shining, like a for clean the stamp, but they will the water will vibrate it. So the only difference is that they are going to have a little bit hard time to blending the color. So what you're gonna do is you're going to use a mister. Remember, don't run your magic mushroom through the thing under the water. Just give it a little bit spreads with the water, and that's it. Okay, let's come back again, see what's the difference. So now I pick up a little bit orange. Oh, that's much better. I can find out they can blending better now because you can feel the flow. Okay, so second color, we're going to pick up a bit darker color. Remember, light to the dark. You don't have to worry about clean your mushroom. You can just use the red on top. Okay, and the red. Okay, and then now I want to, let's make it a little bit more red. Rubbing is the best way to apply the color on your cardstock. So, okay, you don't have to worry about cleaning your mushroom. You can clean it next time before you use it. I'm going to use green, and then I'm going to just testing on my mushroom. It's not really dirty, so I'm going to just pick up some color. Drawing a little circle. Voila! See how pretty it is? And then this time I just put my ostrich on top and put a happy birthday. And every time when you try it, all looks different. If you find out this color is not dark enough, you want to add more color on top. There's one thing you have to remember, make sure you blow dry this card. As long as these cards are still a little bit wet, you cannot, when you add color, they will not adding on top. You have to make sure your basic card is completely dry, and then you want to add more color, they will be added on top. If the card starts a little bit moisture, the color won't add it. You will find it. So just make sure it's dry before you do that. And I'm going to just add a little bit red, kind of blending. Okay, that's so pretty, nice and easy. Only take you 1 minute to do the background. And remember those mushrooms, looking for the local King's logo on top. They are special made, and they come with a storage container. They are $39.99 for 10 mushrooms, so each one is only like a $3.99, and they will last for a long time. You can clean it, you can reuse that, and they come with a storage. You can storage that with your 25% coupon code. Each one is only $2.99, I think. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the next project, and this one is the same thing. I just use my happy birthday die cut, put little birdie here, and that's a beautiful birthday card. So green or red, which one you like it? And let me know. And we're going to move to the next project. So the next project we are going to use yet our brand new background stamp. Is called the Ocean Wave. And that's just started.